Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with another installment of Solstice. So we're going to jump back in. When we left off, Galen was investigating Lev's disappearance. He was talking to Slava, and Constance came in, and it looks like she was beaten because she had like a bloody nose and she passed out. But I think we're going to switch perspectives, and we might see it from the perspective of the other character, the girl who passed out in the snow. I don't remember her name, to be honest with you, but this is the first time we'll be her, so. At first, I had no idea where I was. The doctor told me I spent the last 2 weeks in bed, feverish and weak. He said I almost died. It took me a while, but eventually memories flooded my mind. Struggling with the blizzard, trying to traverse the icy desert, the biting frost, and the warmth and sleepiness that followed. By some bizarre oh my lord. By some bizarre coincidence, I was found by the last sleigh caravan en route to the city. The fact that it was carrying a skilled healer bordered on the impossible, but what matters is that I survived and reached my destination. When I was finally strong enough to get out of bed, I learned two things. First, the doctor was very inquisitive, and second, he was very busy. It seemed that despite the dead season, the city teemed with schemers. And since I had a few secrets of my own, I had to be cautious. Dun dun dun. Interesting. Oh, Yanni. What? Where am I? A simple bed, a desk, some wooden panels. If this was the afterlife, I'd be very disappointed. I guess this means I managed to reach the city. I thought I was a goner. Okay, so this must be kind of going back a little bit, because she was awake before he ran off to go investigate Lev, so. Merciful chances, this hurts. Frostbite? The next time the Chancellor asks me to reach a destination, no matter the cost, I'll have a different answer for her. I'd like to see her move her tush through a frozen wasteland. If she were missing a piece or two by the end, it would be an improvement. But as long as I'm here, I should get to work. Oddly enough, this place doesn't look as if it's in dire need. But I guess if it did, I would be too late. Someone's coming. This is an opportunity to eavesdrop and see what's been happening. I need to know as much as possible. Though eavesdropping isn't the best first impression for the person who probably saved my life. Let's pretend to be asleep and eavesdrop. If I'm to work efficiently, I need as much information as possible. If he has nothing to hide, no harm will come from my snooping around. If he does have secrets, he's the one to blame. This is curious. The town seems peaceful. It's as if everything is fine apart from my plants. I need a different approach. You need a different approach too, my silent friend. I can tell you've defrosted and are almost back to full health. I was the one to heal you, you know. Still no reaction. I can hear you breathing faster than any sleeping person would. How about you stop pretending and say hello? You're vigilant for a doctor. You're lively for someone in a coma. Have you got a name, or should I address you as the frozen one? My name is Yanni. How long was I out? Almost 2 weeks. Now, that's no reason to look so sad. You're extremely lucky to be alive. Yes, thank you for that. It's not me you should be thanking, actually. Our caravan pilot spotted you in the snow almost a day's journey from the gates. Wearing masking colors was not one of your best ideas. Although traversing a frozen desert on foot easily takes the cake. I was traveling what was supposed to be the last caravan. About halfway there, the pilot concluded true winter came earlier than expected and decided to turn back. And you stayed behind during a raging blizzard? So what brings you here anyway? A well-paying job repairing the city, if such a need arises. What you do for the people here, I'm supposed to do for the city. You traveled all this way to become a janitor? How curious. When you hide skeletons in your home's foundation, you knock on others' walls, they say. I think they're right. What are you implying? And who in the spirit's realm would ever say that? It's an old saying from my land. But I'm not implying anything, merely stating that I have nothing to hide, just like you, right? I guess both your job and mine are important enough to include us in the city's winter skeleton crew. There's not much to do here. We'll have many long evenings to chat about everything. Hey! Don't touch that! I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty and this tea smells so nice. I thought... The herbs I healed you with can make your mouth a bit dry. Just drink plenty of water, and please don't touch those vials. They're dangerous. In untrained hands, these herbs and their juices can do more harm than good. I'm beginning to suspect tempting fate is your hobby. And what would you think And what would you think about a doctor who can't keep his quarters clear of deadly traps? You haven't told me much about yourself, so I have to go off of what I can observe. Right now, the only thing I'm certain of is the state your frostbite. It's fine, by the way. I have to say I'm impressed. You seem to have recuperated completely. I'm happy to say my work here is done. I'm glad to hear that, Doctor. I'm very eager to get back to a normal life. You should check your head, though. An attempt to get into the city on foot is close to suicidal, even in the summer. Whatever made you try something so dangerous must have been very important. I would be lying if I said I'm not curious. Nice to know someone finds me interesting. You almost died to get here. If that's not interesting, I don't know what is. Dr. Galen, are you there? What the? Sounds like an emergency, Doctor. I'd best leave you with your patient. Okay, so this is when Slava came. The doctor seemed nice enough, if a bit restless. He stormed out after one of his patients asked him to look for her drunk husband or something, leaving me to myself. At first I wanted to wait for him to come back, but as hours passed, I realized this wasn't the most productive way to spend my time. I was feeling surprisingly well, so I decided to stretch my legs and visit the fabled merchant district, especially since there was someone I needed to meet if I was to continue with my mission. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, pretty! New scenery. I'm sorry, it's really late. I've always wanted to see the work of the old masters. The way the city functions is supposed to be a miracle. State-of-the-art systems built with knowledge now almost forgotten. I expected it to look differently, to be honest. More regal. I love the look of the city, it's gorgeous. Oh, good morning. If you say so. Can I help you? Are you lost? Ooh, who's Laura? She's a new character. I'm looking for the person in charge, the current head of the families. I've heard this year he stayed for the whole true winter. You heard wrong. Istvan is the only one who stayed, but he resigned from his post already. Officially, he's just a retired old man with a bad attitude. Are you sure? They wouldn't leave the city without a designated overseer. Well, he's the only member of the families present. It's not like he can't take his seat back. I guess that makes him the overseer. Walls have ears here, and they all report to Istvan. Sounds like the person I need to see. My, you have a lot of guards here. Why would anyone need so many when there's so few citizens left? Family members prefer situations where they have huge advantages over others. A large number of guards and only a few of us. That's how Istvan likes it. You don't have to worry about them too much, though. They've been trained to stand and do nothing for hours. Unless, of course, you intend to do something stupid, like going into Istvan's quarters without permission. And where would I get such permission? From you, I presume? Oh no, I'm a nobody. I just answer the door. You need a family member to invite you up there. So I need to speak to Istvan before I get to see Istvan? Is that what you're saying? I guess so. How should I approach this? Get Istvan here now. Are you alright? You seem so resigned. Are you alright? Of course I'm resigned. Everyone who deals with the families breaks sooner or later. Sounds like there's a sad story in there. If you want to talk, you know. No, silly, I don't. I'm trying to warn you. The family's greed is never sated. They'll use any means to gain influence and wealth. They exploit people's weaknesses. When that fails, they threaten people into submission. Since the family's word is law, there's nothing you can do. You speak of them as if they were ruthless demons, yet the city prospers. Even the poorest houses here are luxurious and well kept. As far as I know, there hasn't been a rebellion for hundreds of years. You would expect such evil to provoke opposition, or at least unrest. I've heard of none, so forgive me if I'm skeptical. Skeptical? We spelled that wrong. Of course nobody resists. They're too afraid. Let me give you an example. One of the young masters found a trader's daughter to be uncooperative. He cut her nose off. He said she turned her nose up to the world too much. Then he broke her father's neck, so the family would stop holding their head so high. The families thought nothing of it, and the man went unpunished. Those who speak up and tried to help the trader got private audience with the guards. That sounds awful and unlikely. Are you trying to scare me away with urban legends? I used to be like you. I believed in order and denied such atrocities. I had to learn the hard way how this world works. Don't make my mistake. You don't even know me, but fine, I'll bite. What was it that happened to you? Istvan, but I've said too much. I'll fetch him for you. That's my job after all. Just be careful when you speak to him. The architecture we construct will determine boundaries for common rituals and customs. The city in the north, built for the chivalrous founding families, is a great example. Its design strengthens the positive natural tendencies their culture exhibits. So much for coming armed with knowledge. Where's this annoying visitor? That was this one. Where's this annoying visitor? One would think the dead season would be, dead. Ah, you're the sick one, aren't you? Not anymore. Our good doctor got me back on my feet. I came to see you right away. What? You can imagine how flattered I am. I just adore people who think my time is theirs to waste. But I didn't think. That's the problem with you young people. You don't think. Next time, leave your request with Laura and wait for my formal reply. Understood? I risk my life to help you. You're acting like a snowflake with a rash. I'll try this. Hey, I risked my life to get here. Well, that wasn't very wise of you, was it? Look, I came here to help you. The city might be in trouble, so might you. I was sent here with the task. Sent by whom? By the faculty. We've been monitoring the city, and it appears... Wait. If this is true, prove it to me. I might even give you some of my precious time. Tell me the password. Do we really need to go through this? Hurry up, will you? I don't have all day. You're acting like a snowflake with a rash. And the countersign? Oh, okay. You act as if you had a rash somewhere I can't see. Satisfied? Your dean and I had a blast when we decided on it. Along with a bottle of something old, I'm sure. Please, can we focus on the problem now? A bigger problem than people not respecting my time? This should be good. Speak up, child. You know we monitor the city's systems. Recently we detected a disturbance, a malfunction of sorts in the first technical barrier of the city. You needn't bore me with the details. Is that all? Some small maintenance work? Is that all? This place was designed by faculty masters with knowledge and skills many would mistake for magic. It was strengthened by people of faith and their protective rituals. This place does not simply malfunction. It hasn't done so for centuries, and it never should. Malfunctions seem to cause you distress. Not a quality I would expect in a repairwoman. This particular one is simply too unlikely. Moreover, when the faculty sent a colleague to examine it, he vanished. You mean Sarn? He claimed he came for a regular checkup. He was investigating a possible sabotage. The more knowledge one has about the city's systems, the more probable their involvement. He wouldn't warn a suspect. Yet you are spilling your guts out to me. Are you a bad investigator, or have you excluded me from the list of possible saboteurs? All my possessions were lost in the blizzard, my tools, my money, and most of my maps and blueprints. If I'm to accomplish anything, I need your help. But let's set this straight. Do you still suspect me? Yes. But I feel like it would be better off telling him, no. Yeah. You don't need to worry. I know you've invested a lot in the city. I'll take that into consideration before I do anything rash. My, you're weak. You fold after but a question. Fix the city and be gone. Let bad people make their fortunes and good people learn their lessons. Nothing's threatening us but your imagination. Your predecessor Sarn didn't find anything unusual. I saw him pack up and leave, as others will no doubt confirm. Are you sure? He was last seen here. No one so much as caught a glimpse of him in camp or town on the way back. Now I've heard another person went missing, someone named Lev. Where is he supposed to be during the dead season? Now, Lev is an entirely different case. He has a history of vanishing mysteriously. Again, ask around. 2 people missing and a perfect mechanism malfunctioning. A coincidence like this is possible, but not probable. At the very least, it would be unwise not to look into it. I'm sure you agree. Very well, kid. Go look for Lev if you think there might be some connection. You will get shelter and whatever tools we have available. I'll ask Laura to prepare a proper writ confirming you're acting on my behalf. Thank you. I have another request, though. Control chambers were well hidden, available only to the chosen few. I'll need a complete set of plans to access them if I'm to assess what's wrong. Laura will fetch them from the library vault. You can get them tomorrow. If there's anything else you cannot handle yourself, go bother Laura. Won't you even point me in the right direction with the investigation? It's possible that someone is trying to disrupt the city's system. Any idea where to look? If there really is something to investigate, which I doubt, you should draw your own unbiased conclusions. Right. But where should I start drawing these conclusions? Speak to Kazia, the captain of the guard, for facts about people. If you prefer gossip and secrets of the heart, The keeper of the baths would be your best source. Her name is Constance. Thank you. Both sound like a good start. Let's go visit Constance. Oh, my throat hurts. Chances and odds, I've read that the city's system makes the thermal springs flow through the walls of each building, but this... It's as if the architects wanted to flaunt their ability to define nature. Every angle is purposefully designed to retain warmth and humidity. Ah, Yanni, I'm so glad to see you here. I am Constance, keeper of the baths. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of the city. Nice to meet you, Constance. How come you know who I am? With so few of us waiting for the true winter's end, even a minuscule change becomes a newsworthy event. 2 separate people told me the shocking news of our inn running short on southern beer today. Slava walks slower since Lev has gone. Have you noticed? Such are the things we pay attention to. You can imagine the commotion caused by finding a mysterious stranger in the snow. I seem to be at a disadvantage here. Everyone knows about me, but I'm not sure I can name more than 3 people. After a few days, you will know more than you wished about each of those who stayed. Relax and enjoy yourself. That's what this place is for. The warmth relaxes me already. Oh, sorry. I can't appreciate this temperature enough, especially after the weather outside. I guess everyone needs a little warmth in their life. A bath can do wonders for body and mind alike. So it heals the mind too. Quite impressive for a tub of hot water. No one here would dare call it just water. It's what shields us from death in the snow. Most people say the city's getting colder, and that's why they come here. But I know that's just an excuse. What's the real reason, then? Have you ever pretended to be someone else? It's tiresome. When people undress and relax in the heat, for that short moment they can forget about appearances and be themselves. For the mind, that can be priceless. Ah, so this is sort of a confessional. You give people acceptance, even absolution. Is that it? I'm but a bath keeper. It's the waters, the atmosphere that do that for people. Warmth relaxes muscle, as well as rules of conduct. Just a week ago, a couple came and felt relaxed enough that the gasps could hardly be heard even here. Wait, just a week ago, a couple came and felt relaxed enough that the gasps could be heard even here. I don't know. Okay. So people, maybe I'm just brain dead right now because it's a little late. I have no idea what the hell that was. I'm like, I don't get that, but okay. So people need an outlet and they feel free to reveal their true nature to you. Who gets to know yours? I show my true face to the world all the time. I've seen what secrets can do to those who carry them. So you're the single truthful person in the city, and you always protect other people's privacy. That must be why Istvan pointed me to you for information. Darling, you should know better than to question intentions of those trusted deeply by your supervisor. It can be dangerous. I'm sorry, is that a threat? Or just a friendly warning for a newcomer? Please don't take it personally. But where are my manners? You must still feel so cold and weak after what you've been through. Please, sit. I'll light up some incense. Istvan sent you here for information? I admit that's curious. Is there something you would like to know, or would you rather enjoy the baths? You find what Istvan said curious. Over here, many juicy secrets. Work can wait. I feel like we should enjoy the baths. Let's ask her about secrets, though. You must hear all sorts of juicy gossip. What is it people usually chat about here? What absorbs their everyday lives? When I took this position, I was captivated by what people can admit to and actually do. They breach many taboos if the mood is right. For instance, 2 close friends came here once, accompanied by a very young man. They got him senselessly drunk and tattooed an elephant's face on his body. And you let them? That's pure evil. By the time I realized what they were doing, the elephant had eyes and ears above his rather sad trunk. Is that like the man version of Tramp Stamp? That's funny. Within a month of working here, I knew whose dresses were envied by the most. After 6, I knew who was unfaithful and why. By the time a year passed, I could order the men of the city by how well they were endowed. It loses its appeal after a while. Amazing! Do people trust you enough not to care that you're listening? Or do they actively share gossip with you? This place is vast. Most visitors relax and forget that a raised voice can still reach others. So if you ever come to relax, do so without yelling. I will remember that. I've noticed I don't hear my voice carrying over the water, though. That's unusual. Ah, now I see it. That design, hidden in the archways and frescoes. It's brilliant. I am sorry, but I don't quite follow. The walls and ceilings designed so that sound doesn't disperse, but instead carries to a few precise spots. In those places, you can hear every whisper uttered in the building. Yeah. It's as if this place was designed for eavesdropping, probably. I've had my suspicions, but I concentrated on avoiding rather than listening. As I said, I grew bored of others' mundane secrets. Avoiding should be easy too. Some places would be recognizably more informative than others. Besides, you've been working here for how many years? I'm sure you know it all better than I, even if you lack the technical understanding. Please, can we talk about something other than dark secrets? You overcame death not so long ago. Your mind could use a moment of ease. Compared to others here, I'm great. Istvan is tense and aggressive. Laura is depressed, and just this morning, Slava had a panic attack. True winter does that to people. The wind howls threats, and the constant shadow of the dome highlights our isolation. The atmosphere simply takes its toll. Slava's been carrying the burden of Lev for years now. No wonder it's wearing her down. Could you tell me their story? What happened to Lev? I know we're going to run over, but we're just going to finish this conversation and then we'll stop it. I only know what everyone does. They came here happy together. As Lev's fascination with Kala grew and finally got the better of him, Slava learnt how to survive. Actually, a doctor once thought these waters could heal Slava's husband. Lev had many sessions with oils, massages, and even inhaling the steam, to no avail. Quackery seems to be popular around these parts. I assume these waters can't really heal. I saw no change in Lev, sadly, but if you want to make sure, ask Sem. Lev visited him frequently, so... Ah! What happened? Your nose is bleeding pretty badly. I'm fine. I just need to lie down for a moment. I'm certain it's nothing. I just got a bit dizzy. Please, feel free to stay for as long as you like. I hope she's all right. I'll have to check up on her in a while. Ghosts? Now about those hot springs, miraculous or not, they may be worth examining. I should take a sample and analyze it the best I can. Or better yet, make use of Galen's equipment and expert knowledge. Then again, I'm not sure I can trust anyone in the city yet. Keeping my proceedings to myself might be a better way to go. Choices. How should I analyze the waters? Let's ask Galen for his help. I feel like we can trust him. I don't know. I just think we can trust him because Those overconfident are bound to fail in the end. I need to know my strengths and weaknesses. Asking for Galen's help seems like a reasonable idea. I'll find a vial and return here with the good doctor. For now, I should probably go see that Sem person Constance mentioned. Boop. Okay. So, we'll read what we learned and then we'll wrap this part up. So, Constance may be sick. She entered the inn looking very ill and collapsed. Constance seems confident about her position and standing with Istvan. The bathhouse is designed so that its keeper can hear every secret whispered there. We didn't learn anything about Yukone. Slava has been having an affair with Istvan. She also collects information for him. We don't know anything about Sem yet. We already did Constance. Lev. Laura. Laura is clearly unhappy about her position as Istvan's assistant. So Laura's new. I feel like we're going to have a couple other things down here. We know nothing about Kazia. We know nothing about Istvan. And Yanni was sent to investigate a possible sabotage after her predecessor Sarn vanished. Well, officially he's just a doctor. Galen seems to have a hidden agenda. Really? I didn't get that from him. Anything about the city. The citizens have signed a compact with the Almighty Bank, basically making them slaves. Inhabitants say the city has become colder recently. Interesting. Yes. Because of the saboteur. But anyway, so I am going to wrap this part up here. Oh, no. I wanted to... Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I am going to save this. And we're going to quit. So yeah. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.